Here it is. Finally TV. Your host Gabriel, voice of the valley. Let's go! Tune in, subscribe. YouTube, let's get it.
Finally TV, party people, here we are, yet another episode of Voice of the Valley, bringing it to you from Beacon, New York. And remember, don't just dream, inspire. Don't just imagine, create. And just don't believe, achieve. That's the way it goes down right here on Finally TV. And today, I have a special guest, as always. This one is named Reg, and she's an author. Say hello, Reg.
What it is? How are you?
I'm good. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. We met a while ago, almost a year now.
Really?
Almost, yeah.
Wow.
Whenever Mael had that little mixer thing, I feel like that's when we first met.
Oh, snap. Okay.
With Jag and at the Derby.
The promo party.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, that's where we met, I believe, right?
Many moons ago.
But almost a year, things have been flying by. Things have been going good.
Yes.
You've been a great supporter of Finally TV, so I want to say thank you for that.
No problem.
Reg is an author, very insightful, deep person. There's many levels to Reg. We've sat down at a bar at an open mic, and she's laid some heaviness on me in a matter of minutes. Had said something that took 3 seconds that had me thinking for like 10 minutes. So
I can't help it. I'm not sorry, actually.
Yeah, I know. Very thought-provoking, which kind of leads us to why you're here today. So we're going to talk about that. But what I like to do is just get the people engage with you and just understand who you are, where you're from, and give you a chance to say hello to all the people that you do know. So without further ado, how'd you end up in the Hudson Valley? Where are you at now?
Well, I am currently living in Ulster County.
Mm-hmm.
I spent about 5 years in Dutchess County in the Poughkeepsie area.
Okay.
And I came there from when I was a student at New Paltz College.
Mm-hmm.
I'm originally from, I'm going to say Albany because no one can say Scatticoke. They don't know what Scatticoke is. So I said I was born outside of Albany, moved home for a year. I said, Mom, Mama, I'm going to spread my wings. I came to Poughkeepsie and, I was engrossed. I don't know if I want to use that word.
Yeah.
I was captivated by the art history of Poughkeepsie.
Gotcha.
And then I went to an open mic out of curiosity, and that's how I came across Sleuth Pro, Poet Gold.
Yeah.
And it just kind of evolved from there. Then the Bull and Buddha, I missed that place.
Yes.
When Gold held her open mics, and that's how I met Mayel, Jamal, Rachel, pretty much everyone you've interviewed already.
Gotcha. It's becoming a family here in the 845, and I feel like, you're definitely part of the family that I've kind of tapped into, on this side of the world in Dutchess County. Because with, even Poet Gold, who's going to make an appearance on the show one of these days, she will be here. We've talked about it many times, but she's a lovely lady. And talk about, thought-provoking, she's very profound in some of the words that she puts together, So let's talk about Reg, though. And Reg, you wrote it. I love that.
Thank you.
Tell them your Instagram real quick.
Regiwroteit. It's REGIWROTEIT. One word.
Mm-hmm.
I will be sharing, it's already up there, videos of my poetry, thoughts, my Meraki profile, which is like Instagram for writers, MIRAKEE.com/Regiwroteit, and that's where you'll see more of my stuff.
Gotcha. So that'll be on the screen for them to see. So go follow. Make sure you hit up Finally TV. If you're not subscribed, make sure you're subscribing right now. No reason not to subscribe. So with you, so you're a writer. Mm-hmm. I know you're working on a book. Mm-hmm. And I know your Instagram is filled with different quotes and thoughts of yours that I come to appreciate. You can.
Thank you.
Sometimes you might catch somebody in the right mood, and then they read something you wrote, and it might kind of change that for them. You know what I mean? So I kind of look at it like that. Like, even if it doesn't affect me, I'm like, oh, that's going to help somebody today.
Oh, thank you.
You know, so I like that. Yeah. No, I think it's cool. You know, I used to fancy myself as a writer, at least when it came to raps, right? So I was always very intrigued by the pen and making sure I was doing the right thing with it and not just putting filler in there and cursing a lot. Like, I really wanted to say something. So when I see that happening outside of this brain, I appreciate it. So I just wanted to tell you that real quick.
Thank you.
So let's tell a little people. I know there's a couple of different levels to Reggie, you know. So I wanna introduce those different levels to the audience today. So we've introduced your Instagram, and people should be going and following you now just to see the thoughts that she comes up with. You're gonna see quotes, and you'll be like, who said that? And it's gonna say Reggie wrote it. So
that's how I do.
Yeah. So we told them about the Instagram. Let's talk a little bit about the book right now that you've been working on. I know you just had a writerversary, you called it.
Yes.
Of 5 years. So you've been working on the book for 5 years. Tell the people a little bit about, and me, about the book. What's the name of it, and what's your intention? When we're gonna read this thing finally, and all that.
Okay, so this novel I'm working on, The Couture Chronicles, I call it fiction based off of real life. It's about a young woman named Couture Martin. She becomes a victim of and survives workplace bullying along with her other coworker, Julie. And my experience with it is that it's been swept under the rug. But now with all of these books and people talking about it, the dirt is starting to show.
Sure.
So who's going to clean it up, right? So I decided to be the little instigator that I am and start writing about my experience, but I'm reliving it and acting it out again through Couture and her characters.
Gotcha.
And I'm actually at a point in my book where one of the coworkers, Julie, just snapped. Couture's about to snap.
Okay.
And again, a lot of research. I've been living on the workplacebullyinginstitute.org, talking about the emotions and the physical reactions that Couture and Julie go through. The nervous breakdown, the stomach aches, the stress, the anxiety, the high blood pressure. All of that happens to me too. It's not fun. So letting people know that unfortunately, it happens because of the world and the system that we live in.
Right.
But you're not alone. So if my book can start a conversation or add to a conversation already taking place, that's awesome. And, you know, I've had a few people that, you know, love me and care about me, want me to succeed. They would say, Reggie, some people aren't going to like your book. I said, those people that don't like my book, they probably act like the character in my story, the abusive character, and they should have acted better. So they can be mad. They can wake up mad, brush their teeth mad, eat their Captain Crunch mad. I don't care, bruh.
Yeah. If you don't have haters, you're not doing anything. So that's another thing, too. So don't worry about that.
All
you know?
right.
Don't worry about that at all. No, that's definitely cool. You know, I'm not an avid book reader, but I can say that I haven't heard of too many stories or even people trying to put a spotlight on workplace bullying like that in a book to come out, you know, because, you know, books can lead to movies, they can lead to so many different movements and stuff that, you know, that you're trying to shed that light on. So with that said, are there any inspirations for that? Did you say to yourself, okay, I experienced this, so I'm going to write about it? Or did you see something and go, I need to tell the world about this?
Both.
Both, okay.
And again, after that experience happened with me, I'll admit, because I'm human, I had a little bit of PTSD and I went to therapy and all that stuff. And I said, I need to get this out of my system because I don't want it to hinder me in the rest of my life and my career. So I just started like a cathartic writing exercise, 1 page, 2 pages, 5 pages, 14,000 words. So 5 years and 60,004 words later, I still got a lot of work to do.
Okay, gotcha. So you say a lot of work to do. So if you had to guesstimate when we're going to read this book, when would that be?
Oh my goodness. I've been trying to finish this book since like last year, the end of last year.
Okay.
But I'm going to push and safely say February 2020.
Oh, okay.
Because again, there's like, as I'm writing the story, my outline goes in a whole nother direction. And now I'm just like, shut up and write, woman. Shut up and write. And then the editing process is, Lord help me. I got to prepare myself for that mentally.
Okay.
And when I have it all said and done, you know, bam, I'll let you know.
Gotcha. Okay, there you go. So I'll be looking out for that. Hopefully I can give it a read, before everybody else. That'd be great. It seems really cool.
Thank you.
So let's talk a little bit. We talk about different levels of Reg, and so we've talked about the Instagram. We've talked about a book. There's also a website.
Yes.
All right. So let's talk about the website a little bit and what's your aim there and what people can expect when they go there.
It was actually my e-portfolio that I created in college to show my published work.
Oh, okay.
Then I said, I do poetry, I do short stories, I published a chapbook. Let's see what else I can add to it. And I've been trying to get back into the groove of updating it, but then, work, personal life, things come up. Life happens.
Absolutely.
So my goal is to, once again, have a complete domain, Regiwroteit.com, working on it, and just show, again, my stuff. And I won't be showing as much journalism because I took a step back a little bit, but I like to show more of my videos performing in places.
Okay, because Reggie does open mic spoken word stuff. We're talking about levels, guys, right? So you do spoken word.
Yeah.
You'll dabble in a rap or two.
I wasn't trying to be a rapper,
Right.
but I grew up listening to Busta Rhymes, and that pretty much was like, I'm doing that.
Okay. Yeah. Well, Busta's a pretty inspirational dude. You know what I mean? His craziness, his quirkiness, his voice, his flow. I mean, he's pretty inspirational.
His hair.
Yeah, his hair. Yeah, his hair is crazy. Yeah. And, he cut that off.
I know.
That was weird to see.
I know, but
It's all diesel now. It's not.
people change. What do you do?
No, you're allowed to change, I guess. Should have kept the hair, though. All right, Reg. So we talk about you being a writer, but there's something about you, like you're like this human Samaritan type. Like you seem like you have this innate need to help people or at least spread the good word. Where's that all coming from?
Oh, snap. I almost fell all the way out this chair. I have to thank my mama.
Okay.
I have to thank God. I have to thank the people in my life who pretty much was like, I'm going to nurture you. Because I know I have a nurturing spirit. My full-time job, I won't get too into detail, but I'll say I work with at-risk youth and families. Okay. And that's something that I've been passionate about since I was 10. I don't like seeing people getting hurt. But I also know that taking over the world is too complicated and there's a lot of responsibility. I'm gonna leave that to the good Lord. So what can I do my part to help people find the light at the end of the tunnel? Right. And a lot of I listened to this book on tape, Rumination versus Reflection. Rumination is looking at what you went through and saying, why me? I'm learning to reflect more and say, what did I learn from this? Gotcha. So I'm literally doing this every chance I get.
Okay. So you would encourage others to do that?
It will change your outlook.
Really? That's pretty cool. I'm always open to try different things, because you get a little stale in life, right? So you get things figured out, you make it to a certain point, you keep doing the same things, then you stay in the same spot. It's weird like that. What made you successful won't keep you successful, is what I'm saying. And I mean success in different ways, in life, just the little goals, like getting an apartment or getting a house or getting a car or, buying this or, whatever you're doing, those little successes that you have along the way. You can't always just employ the same way of doing it and expect other results. You can do the same thing you did and keep getting new cars.
But things change. Things change. Times change. The cost of living changes. The rent changes. It's a lot to keep up with.
No, it is. It is. I like talking to Reg. Thanks for coming, Reg.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man. I love having you on here. I just wish Angie was here today. Shout out Angie out there. She loves some Reggie. When's Reg coming? She's telling me. Try to make it for when I'm home.
Oh man, my bad, Angie.
We tried. But so let's talk a little bit about, and I'm gonna put you on the spot a little bit. But just because you are that type of person that you're so observant. You're that person who's great. If you ever want to people watch with somebody, go with her. She's good for that. And I knew that in the first 30 seconds I sat down with her at the bar that day.
I have a degree in sociology. Yeah. Human interaction intrigues me.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. I'm not a creep. I just like to, watch and I jot down.
Yeah,
and stories come to life.
I'm telling you, if you go to Manhattan, we'll just go sit in Times Square with this girl. It'll be an experience. I'm telling. I know it would be. I mean, we could do it right now. We go over to like Tubman right now and just sit there. I swear to God.
You know who will let you know? My friend Marcus Scott. What's up, Marcus? Yeah. He'll let you know.
Yeah. So, Reg, what do you want to get across to the people today? We talked about a lot of things, the different levels of Reggie. If you wanted to, if you want them, what's their takeaway? What do you want their takeaway to be today?
I guess the takeaway is when you're having a conversation with a friend, an acquaintance, someone you bumped into at Dunkin' Donuts, you ask a question, shut up and listen. Don't respond. Take in what they say. Let your brain process that from the synapses to the neurons before it hits your mouth and contribute to the conversation.
Wow.
If it's going to do more harm than help, you should rethink your choice of words.
Okay. I like that. Think before you speak.
Please think before you speak.
It's so hard though, Reg.
I know it's hard. I had to set one of my coworkers straight the other day. She got loose at the mouth and I was like, God guard my tongue. Let me tell you something.
No, but it is great advice though, man. It really is, So yeah, I like that takeaway. Think before you speak, for real, and listen when people are speaking. That's a good one. It's kind of like a 2-in-1.
Another one I just thought of in relation to what I just went through. People think they can say what they want, and I've had people come up and yell at me for no reason. I yell back.
Yeah, sure.
I'm like, if you're gonna, it's called equal opportunity. You come up and yell at me, I'm gonna yell right back at you. When you want to come down and talk to me like an adult, you can tweet me.
I don't know why anyone would look at you and say, I'm gonna just say whatever I want to her.
Because prejudice, privilege, they think they all that in a bag of chips. Stale chips, but a bag of chips nonetheless.
I mean, you just look like you will mollywop somebody over the head. They say some sideways stuff to you, So, kudos for them for being brave. But
sorry for them too.
Yeah. Well, we gotta love all the souls, right?
Yes, and that's what I try to love everybody.
Yeah. Reggie's the girl. You're understanding why she's on the show now. So Reg, we're gonna close this up. But I want to make sure that the people know they're going to follow you on Instagram. Tell them one more time where the Instagram is.
RegiWroteit, pronounced Regiwroteit, one word.
Tell them the website.
Still in progress.
Okay.
I think it's regiwrotethis.weebly.com. It's under construction, but my stuff is on there.
Yeah.
So
yeah, because I saw it. Because you can click on it from her bio. You can click on the website and get there and see like different quotes that you've done and all that stuff.
Oh, Meraki, yeah. MIRAKEE.com/Regiwroteit.
See? I knew there was a website. I was like, wait, I did research.
Yes, you did. You did, boo-boo.
And the name of the book?
The Couture Chronicles, still in the works, but will be out soon.
Okay, and remember, FinallyTV, she said it, February 2020. So we're going to have you come back February 2020.
All right.
And we're going to talk about it.
I want to tell, when you bring me back, I want to tell you I'm finally editing the dang book.
Fair enough. Well, party people, it is another episode in the books. You met a sweetheart of a girl, Reggie. I thank you again for coming on.
Thank you again for having me.
We'll have you back because I got to have you back on when Angie comes because she's going to want to have like a roundtable discussion with you about something, But she's digging her. I'm digging her. So this is FinallyTV. I am Gabriel. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, baby. We out.